Hey, I'm Alex from Marc's Mobility. In this video, we're going to go over the newest release scooter by Pride Mobility. Now, this is called the GoGo Ultra X Gen 3. You might also see this as a SKU number SC493. This is the newest released four-wheel scooter. This is going to be one of their lower cost type scooters, but why we like this is we actually just did a video last week of scooters for taller individuals, and this is also going to kind of fit that need. Now, before I get into why, this is only going to have a 300-pound weight capacity, so just notate this is for users that are 300 pounds and under. But the reason why we do like this is the overall deck space on this scooter. Typically on a four-wheel scooter, you are going to have wheel wells that are going to stick up a lot higher here. So just imagine if your feet would be up higher, but now with this more slope style deck, your feet fit a lot better on this. So once again, you can kick your feet way farther out than what you could on a typical four-wheel scooter. So now this is only going to come with one battery option. It is going to be a 12 amp battery pack. This is not a lithium battery pack, so these are sealed lead acid batteries. So once again, these are going to be approved for all types of transportation, whether you want to fly, whether you want to go on a cruise, or you want to go on a train. They are going to be approved for all those different types of transportation. It is going to have a 300-pound weight capacity, and if you are at the top of that weight capacity, you're going to get approximately about 7 miles on a full charge. If you're a little bit lighter, somewhere in that 2 or 220 is how they also rate this scooter, then yes, you're going to get a little up closer to 9-mile overall range, but we like to mention this as well because that is in ideal conditions. Most people are not going to get that full spec on the battery because you're going to be stopping and going, so just kind of relate that to driving on the highway or driving in the city. The more you stop and go, the more it takes from the battery. And then also, depending on the terrain that you're driving this on, is going to determine that overall distance on the unit as well. Now, it's also only going to come with this standard 17 by 17 inch seat. Now, there is going to be a rear docking device in the back, so if you do have any type of rear attachment that you want to put on the unit, you are able to put that back there, such as a walker holder, cane holder, rear basket. There's going to be some different attachments, and then same with the accessories up front. Just like on most all Prides, you are going to have small rivets here up front. If you pull those little rubber tabs out, you can put a rear view mirror in there, a cell phone holder, and then you can attach a cup holder to the arm as well. I believe it's only going to come in the one color as well, but once again, we talked about kind of the deck space. That overall usable amount of space, if you were to stretch your feet out, is about 23 inches. Now, the width of the deck at the narrow point's about 15 inches, but up here more where your feet would sit, you're at about 16.5 inches. Now, this particular unit does not have any type of easy turn technology, so it is a four-wheel scooter. Excuse me. It is a little bit longer at about 41.5 inches. So your turning radius is going to be about 48.75 inches of a turning radius, just because, as you can see here, that's how the wheels are going to turn. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hop right in and kind of show you the portability of this scooter and how you would do that. So the first thing you would do is you would take your seat off. What I typically tell people is to push the seat back down and then go ahead and lift the seat up. Set the seat to the side. Now you're going to have your battery pack over here. This is about 20 pounds. It typically does sit on a little bit of Velcro. So the first couple times you're taking it off, you'll feel a little bit of resistance. And then from here, now you can fold down the tiller. So you are going to have this twist knob over here. Make sure it has interlocking teeth. Make sure they're not grinding when you're doing this. And then also don't just drop your scooter down onto the base because you do have a couple fuses down there. And then you're going to go ahead and retighten this front mechanism here. One other note too in front, you are going to be able to lock the wheel because right now you can see how the wheel can still turn left and right. If your wheel is in line with your seat post, you can push this front knob in and then twist clockwise. And then what it does is it locks the wheel kind of in place so that it's not swinging in your vehicle. And then from here, like on most all Pride portable scooters, you're going to have a little lever in the back. You're going to lift up on this, and these are going to be your components. Now, this is going to be your heaviest piece here at about 36.5 pounds. But once again, the rear is probably somewhere similar into that weight as well. But you know, if you can lift 36 pounds, then you can use this particular unit. To put it back together, you are going to have like U-shaped type brackets, and there's little green tape. All you should have to do is align those back up as long as your unit is straight, and then lightly push it back together. If you feel like you're forcing it back together, you don't have it lined up properly and you don't want to jam something, so definitely don't do that. I've had users before say it wasn't quite going, so they're stepping on the floorboard. that's going to create some issues. And then now you're just going to do everything backwards. So you can go ahead and you can unlock your tiller, loosen up your knob here in the front, and then retighten this interlocking teeth. I always like to double check that they're interlocked because sometimes you can tighten them where the points of contact are pushing against each other, and you do want to make sure they're interlocked so you don't feel any wobble on that front tiller. Take your battery pack, drop it back on, and then take your seat and drop this back on as well. Now, I didn't mention it earlier, but on this seat, you are going to have a swivel handle. So it is nice for individuals if they do want to swivel the seat to get out from the side. Same with, you can enter the scooter from the side, grab the handle up front, kind of rotate yourself back, and it locks about every 45 degrees. Now the wheelbase in the back is only about 19.5 inches in overall width, but the armrests are going to make this unit a little bit wider at about 23.5 inches. So reason why I mention that is some individuals like to go on cruise ships. Standard doors are only about 22 inches in width, so if you did take the arms off, they come off very easily with a knob in the back, then you would be able to drive straight through a non-handicap accessible cruise ship door without any issues. Now the speed on this unit is going to be a little bit over 4 miles an hour, and it is going to come with solid tires all the way around. They're about a 7-inch tire in the front and about an 8-inch tire in the back. Same with the display. So it's a very common display to Pride. You're going to have about 10 LED lights to show you your battery distance. And so once again up here up front, you are going to have this 10 little key LEDs. You're going to have some reds, some orange, and some greens. Once again, just notate the maximum distance is at 8.9 miles on a charge with somebody about 200 pounds. So it's going to be less than a mile of light, but just it's a nice indicator to know when you're halfway through kind of how much overall distance that you do have left on the unit. Your charging port is going to be located over here on the side, and then you also are going to have a charging port in the battery pack itself. So that's really nice about most Pride units. You can take the battery pack inside, leave the rest of the unit inside your vehicle, and then charge the battery and then just bring it back once you need it. Now the seat to deck height on this unit is about 16.5 inches, how the seat post comes. Now you can raise it up to about 18 inches, so there is going to be a couple different hole measurements in there. So if you need to sit a little bit higher from the seat to the deck height, you are able to do that. And then same with the seat to ground height. So if you're swiveling the seat, you're about 20.75 inches off the ground, and you can get up to, I think, about 22.5 inches off the ground by raising that seat post up as well. Armrests do flip up for access to get into both sides, and so overall it's just a very nice unit. It is a basic unit, so there's not going to be a lot of different option upgrades with this unit, but if you're looking for something that is going to be affordable and portable and then also be used for people that are a little bit taller individuals, this would be a great unit to consider. All right, so now we're back outside for our famous outside driving videos. Once again, this is the GoGo Ultra X Gen 3. We mentioned that 48, I think, and 3/4 turning radius. So just to kind of give you a reference, like I said, it's not going to have that easy turn like some other upgraded units have, but this is kind of what it's going to look like if you are turning in a circle. Just to kind of get reference, I'm 6 foot tall, about 210 pounds, wear a size 12 shoe. So you can kind of see what I would look like sitting in this unit. Once again, if you were taller, you could take this tiller, raise this up a little bit higher, give yourself even more leg room. But you can see you can really stretch your feet out on this unit, where other units you used to have to tuck your feet back here and bend your knees more at that 90-degree angle. So once again, it is comfortable. It does have that 4 miles an hour top end speed. And I'm going to go over here in the grass and just see how it kind of performs in that. So go ahead and follow me over there. All right, so we always like to test all these units in this type of terrain. So we do have some pretty wet Bahia grass that it rained here pretty good yesterday. Pretty compact ground, but still going to be something similar to what you might see at a baseball field or a soccer field. So once again, no real problem driving in this. Even if I was to come to a standstill and then try to turn left or right, I would say it's got plenty of power to do that. Once again, this is not an all-terrain type chair, so we're not encouraging you to go in something that's sandy or really muddy or really wet, but just for your everyday use, if you need to go into a little bit of grass temporarily, it would work for that. And overall, I think this is a very nice scooter. It is very comfortable, so if you have any questions, give us a call. We would love to speak to you.
Hi, I'm Mark.
And my name is Alex. We're co-owners of Marc's Mobility.
I started this company in 1995.
We sell many products, not just what you see in this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us at the number below at 800-677-6293. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.